we have 5 writing tips for you to help your author dream come true. Now today is the release day of our new novel,
Yay!
The Uprising, the first book in the Electrical Saga, and it's very exciting. But we learned a lot while we wrote this book.
We did.
And we both really love helping other writers reach their full potential. And that's why we want to share these 5 writing tips with you to help you on your...
Oh, hold on. That's a delivery. Our books are here.
Yay!
Let's grab them. We want to show you what they look like.
Oh my goodness, the books are here. Let's go get them. It says heavy. I think you need to get this.
Let's go. We got the books. Angie ordered a lot of books for us this time.
Okay, everyone, the books are here, and we're going to show them to you.
All right, this is exciting.
This is very exciting. We're going to put the link so that you can grab your copy. It'll be in the description, so you can make sure you grab your copy. This is a really, that big knife. This is a really interesting book. It's about dystopian fiction, and it's about genetic manipulation and alteration. And
All right, let's see. We have
survival,
paper.
and there's paper. Okay. Let's look at it.
Here it is. Here's the book.
It's so beautiful. Look at it. And you know, this is, oh my goodness, the inside of this paperback is amazing too. It's just beautiful.
It's formatted. It's
gorgeous.
awesome.
It is such a gorgeous book.
We have a whole box of these books, so we're not going to unpack this whole thing. We just wanted to show you the book and tell you it is live right now on Amazon. There's a link in the description below. So you can grab your copy. We would love to share this with you and have you give us some feedback on it.
Yes. So now, why don't you get that out of the way, and we are going to get back into those tips because we want to help you.
So writing tip number 1 is to keep writing, because it's easy in the writing process to get discouraged. It takes a long time to just slow down or stop.
And then you stop writing.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
In fact, we did this with this book. Angie started it a long time ago, and then we got sidetracked and put it aside, and then we came back to it, and she picked it back up and decided, let's keep writing on this. So number 1 tip we have, if you want a finished book, you have to keep writing.
The more you write, the better you will get. But we also have some little tips to help you stay writing. And the first one is set some goals. Goals are really important to finishing a project.
They are, and we have a whole video about goals, so we're not going to dive into that. But make sure your goals are small and achievable, and that jumps right into another writing tip. Celebrate your achievements. So if you're making small goals, then you have reason to celebrate, keeps you motivated to keep writing.
And then the next one is try doing some writing sprints. So if you're in the thick of writing and you're like, I don't know what to write, do some writing sprints to encourage you to keep writing.
I like writing short stories because it helps me to feel like I've got a beginning, a middle, a conclusion. It's all wrapped up, and it helps my writing process and helps me learn and develop as a writer. So try doing a short story in the midst of a big project.
And writing tip number 2 is embrace revisions. Now, when you have that first draft, it's really important to remember that it's the beginning. It's just a start, and you are going to spend a lot of time doing revisions.
So it's easy to get discouraged when you realize, oh, I have to do rewriting, but that's actually where the good stuff comes in. So don't be discouraged by the need to rewrite. There's always this editing, rewrite process. That's what makes your book really quality.
So here's a few tips to help you embrace that revision process. And the first one is, once you finish that first draft, take a break. Let it rest, let it germinate, let it just steam for a little bit, and then go back to it.
It gives you the ability to put fresh eyes on it. And when you do put fresh eyes on it, then you're going to see little things that need changed, or maybe that doesn't make sense the way you phrased it in a sentence. Fresh eyes are really important.
That is. And then once you go back to it, make sure that you print it out and read it out loud, because again, it's going to give you fresh perspective on what you've written, and you will see things you wouldn't otherwise by reading it out loud.
Tip number 3 is to learn to self-edit. Now, That's a catchy thing because everybody does this a little bit different. Angie likes to write like crazy and then go back and edit. I like to edit as I write. So I'll write a piece and then the next day I'll go back and edit that and then keep writing. So you've got to understand there is some, tweaking you have to do for you individually about how you do it, but it's really important to learn self-editing.
It is. And one tip to help you with this is to grab a copy of this book, Self-Editing for Fiction Writers. This is probably one of the better books that I've read about this topic. And it really goes into the very detailed things that you want to watch for and how to do it. I highly recommend this for the topic of self-editing. Number 4 is join a writing community. This is a great one because writing is such a solitary activity that we really need to have people around us that understand writing, that are also writers and on that journey of being a writer. And that can really help with giving you feedback and encouragement.
So Angie and I are obviously co-writers, so we write together, we bounce stuff back and forth, but we also have other writers that we work with and talk about writing, get ideas, have them read our stuff. If you're out there and you're isolated and you don't have a community, connect with us. We would love to help you with the writing process.
Number 5 is focus on the process, not the product. And
what are you talking about? Here's the product, a new book. That's what they want. They want the book.
That is what they want, but you really have to focus on the process of writing. Each individual scene, each individual chapter, focus there and not on, I want to finish. Let's focus on the big picture. No, focus on each individual process in the writing process.
Yeah, you can really get stuck if you're just working about or thinking about formatting and the book cover and all of that. It distracts you and keeps you from writing the scenes inside the book that's going to be really good. So it's important that you take the time, focus on the individual chapter, the individual page and sentence, and really make them good so that you can develop your skills to finish the whole thing. It'll come together. It'll come together if you keep writing.
It will. And if you like this video, make sure to check out this one because you will love it. And if you want to grab your copy of The Uprising, make sure to grab the copy through the link in the description, and we appreciate your support.
Thanks for watching the channel. We'd love to hear your feedback on our new book.